This is Gabby, a communication student who doesn't know a thing about broadcasting,
Who's there?
let alone broadcast journalism.
Hey, do you know stuff about broadcasting?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Give me a name of your ideal broadcast journalist.
Selena Gomez. Right?
You have a long way to go.
Huh?
So, what's the first thing that comes in mind when you hear the word broadcasting?
Message?
Close enough. Broadcasting is the method of transmitting information to a wide audience simultaneously. It is the use of electromagnetic radiation or radio waves for mass distribution of audio or of video content. The purpose of you are taking down notes, right?
Yeah.
Heads up.
Huh?
Good. Now, broadcasting has three purposes: to inform, to educate, and to entertain. Now, broadcast media includes radio and TV. But for now, let's focus on TV. TV broadcast journalism here in the Philippines. The father of Philippine television was an American named James Lindenberg. He began assembling transmitters and established the Bolinao Electronics Corporation, or the BEC, in 1949. But because of scarce resources and strict import control, he went into radio broadcasting instead. It was Judge Antonio Quirino who continued where James Lindenberg left off. His efforts to attain a license from the government did not come up empty-handed, for he was able to buy 70% of the stocks of BEC and change the name to Auto Broadcasting System, or ABS. Later, ABS merged with the Chronicle Broadcasting Network and has become what is known today as
ABS-CBN?
And did you know the first Filipino appeared on TV?
Oh, I know this. EQ, right?
EQ?
Elpidio Quirino.
Yes, Elpidio Quirino.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to broadcast journalism.
Okay.
Broadcast journalism is news that is carried on radio, TV, and the internet. You know what's so amazing about broadcast journalism?
No.
It is a very powerful medium, for it can shape public opinion, touch hearts, and it could also influence and inspire people. Broadcasting adds an emotional element that is so different from just words and pictures.
That's kind of cool. Who are these people?
They're broadcasters.
That's not the broadcaster.
The ideal broadcast journalist should uphold truth. Truth is the primary objective of broadcasting news and events. The broadcast journalist should carefully report and interpret the news, taking care not to suppress essential facts or to distort the truth by omission or improper emphasis.
Isang pribadong sasakyan sa nag-walk sa isang pampasaherong bus kaninang hapon sa Manila. Walang nakaligtas sa nasabing insidente.
Isang pulang Honda Civic ang inararo ng isang Victory Liner na bus kanina alas 2 ng hapon sa Pasay Rotonda. Tinatalang 31 ang namatay, kabilang na ang mga pasahero at driver ng nasabing bus.
Accountability. A broadcast journalist exercises care in the choice of words to utter and images to exhibit. Public service is the broadcaster's principal objective.
Ayusin!
Balance. Balance is the goal of the broadcaster, who airs both or all sides of an issue in the presentation of the news, views, and discussions. The broadcaster does not use the air to malign, destroy, insult, or disrespect anyone. A broadcast journalist should refrain from writing reports which will adversely affect a private reputation unless the public interest justifies it. Dignity and decorum. Broadcast journalists should conduct themselves accordingly in public or while performing their duties as journalists in such manner as to maintain the dignity of their profession. Respect. Respect for fellow broadcasters, all humans and institutions is expected of the broadcaster. Trustworthiness. He or she does not accept bribes, gifts, or favors that influence him or her to change his or her stand or distort the truth. He or she is honest in the conduct of gathering information, photos, and images and does not resort to plagiarism. He or she respects the intellectual property rights of others.
So she's wrong, and she's right.
Do you think Selena Gomez is still your ideal broadcaster?
No, not anymore.
Okay, lesson's over.
Yes!
Miss Novenario? Miss Novenario? Miss Novenario! Miss Novenario! Miss Novenario! Miss Novenario! Were you listening or have you been dreaming all this time? Is that so? Then who is your ideal broadcast journalist? And explain.
Jessica Sohar is a host, reporter, and producer from GMA7. Among her accomplishments is being the first Filipino to win the New York Film Festival for coverage of a breaking story for her account of a hostage crisis in Cagayan Valley. She also received the first Roy Valencia Award given by the KBP and the first Filipino to win the George Foster Peabody Award. Currently, she leads in the Special Assignment Team of GMA News and Public Affairs. This being said, I can say that Jessica Soho is my ideal reporter because she upholds the values a true broadcaster should possess. Thank you.
To broadcast journalism.
All right. Yeah.
Isang pulang Honda Civic ang inararo ng isang Victorinola.
Well, I must admit, I can't explain any of these thoughts racing through my brain. It's true. Baby, I'm howling for you.
Novenario?
All right. There's something wrong with this plot. The actors here have not got